You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
I'm gonna bounce real quick. DNA. I think we had a conversation before when DNA first came into the game. Mm-hmm. Can I say you kind of put him under your wing? Is that's not sounding disrespectful?
No, I don't think that's disrespectful, but DNA. All right, so we were just talking about the pyramid.
Yes.
Me and Murder Ave performed at the pyramid, and we had the hottest song in the pyramid at the time. DNA was in the crowd, and he saw the song. He didn't know who he was. He didn't know who I was, nothing. But everyone was like, yo, Cortez and Murder Ave, nigga. Like, we had a song that was crazy. He went and Googled the song. But when he Googled the song, we didn't have no music out. But I popped up because I was on Grindtime. It was like maybe like my first or second battle. I think it was Complex or Jazzy Tech, like something real early on. And the battle popped up.
You know what? Stop. I'm going to go back to... Let's go back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get back to DNA. I'm going to cut this out.
But this is dope. I'm going to tell you.
I know it is, but I needed to I wanted to line up with the grind time.
Well, it's minor. He saw the first... Because I only had like 1 or 2 battles out. And he saw the tryouts. The Grindtime tryout trailer in front of the battle.
Okay.
And DNA went to the tryout. He saw the tryout and said, I'm going to try out for that. And then when he battled Amzilla in the tryout, it's because he saw my battle. And then he came up to me, yo, I met you at the pyramid. And he was, 15 years old at the time. So,
right. There's more to it than that, though.
There's way more to it. But, we could skip back to it. But that's the initial thing. He looked up the song, saw a battle of mine, and then saw the tryouts, and then went to the tryout.
Yeah, we're going to definitely get back to that because again, I forgot that it's around the grind time era, and that's his first time going over the grind time. Yeah. So, and that's really important. So, again, you're out on the circuit. You're working. You said you didn't write for Lupe or Keisha Cole, but in that era, that time, what are you doing?
Like outside of rap?
Are you trying to get a record deal through trying to write? Because I know you said you were trying to. When you saying you were trying to write for people and shit like that. Yeah, how did the writing pan out? Like,
I mean, like I said, I felt like it was more like lessons for me, like learning how to make songs instead of being a rapper. You can be a songwriter or you can be a rapper. I knew how to rap.
Right.
I don't feel like I knew how to make songs at that time. So I was learning. Even the production, I was going from rapping on instrumentals to learning how to rap on songs, 16-bar structures,
with the hook.
8-bar hooks. Like it was writing sessions. I don't know. Like they flew me out to Miami when I was in the session with Lupe and Keisha. We was just all in studios, different studios. But I would see them. I don't even know if they remember me now. They might not, but I remember them. 2 years later, I see them all blow up. And it was motivation for me.
Right.
It was like, oh shit, okay, I'm around the right people. I just need to find my place. So I felt like those writing sessions helped me become a better rapper and a better artist, and understand what you need to know and who you need to know, So that's what I was doing. I was soaking up a lot of game, soaking up a lot of knowledge, and then just finding my footing on where to go.
When does battle rap actually enter?
Shortly after that, when I started learning how to make songs, I started writing original content, and then I would go to the pyramid to try them out. So now my songs are really like, I'm getting comfortable with the mic skills. I'm learning how to hold the mic properly. I'm learning feedback. I'm learning about how to mix a song, and I'm learning how my shit needs to sound and what's really like a club record, a street record, a performance record. Because there's certain songs I'll be like, yo, this song is cool, but when I perform it, it's a different energy. So I was learning that, and I was trying songs out there. And there was the DVD era. So let's say 07, 06 maybe, 06. There was a What's Really Hood DVD.
I heard of that.
And they used to pull up to the open mic, and they had the rap van, What's Really Hood, and they would get all the interviews, like Smack, like, you know what I mean? And there's a cipher on the front of the DVD. What happened was we was all coming out of a show. Math was there before I knew who Math was. Fred the God was there. Rest in peace, Fred.
Rest in peace, Fred.
A couple other people, and there was a cipher. Dudes were just spitting. I had my little big pun flow. You know what I mean? Yo, who the little Spanish nigga that's rapping? You know what I'm saying? It made the intro of the DVD. And Fight Club contacted me. And my mans that I knew on some street shit saw the DVD, handed it over to Fight Club. I didn't know he did that. And then they contacted me. Yo, such and such put us on. We want you to film for season 2. And that's around the time when Fight Club had the MTV2 deal. And Sirius and Jin was like viral. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, hell yeah. Again, I was ready for whatever. Like, I was starting to make sure that I always had verses. I always had shit on deck. I'm learning how to make music. I was just doing a lot.
But you're rapping.
Yes.
You're not battling.
No. I just had ill verses. I go to Fight Club first day. I battle like 10 dudes. I smoke them with just verses that I had. Yeah, just mixtape verses that I had. And Vaughn Jeff, shout out to Vaughn Jeff, the A&R. He pulled me to the side and was like, yo, you don't battle. Like, you just are like making songs. Like you're spitting shit off your mixtape. I'm like, yeah. He's like, come back next week and write 3 battle verses. I'm gonna set you up with a couple of serious battles. I could tell you got it, but you just gotta structure it. It's like, all right, I come back the next week. I battle Hami Ham. A lot of people know him from WRCs. I met Lotta Zay and his brother Lance. We battled.
Shout out to Lotta, man.
Philly Swain. Jag. I ended up battling Jag. And it was like a headline battle or whatever. Jag and me went 5 rounds. He beat me at the end.
So who's the first one to get the written rounds?
Jag.
Jag was the first one to get, but you didn't know you were battling Jag, so you just had rounds.
They said, yo, we got some dude from Cali flying in. And he already had Cassidy behind him and all that. I didn't know who he was. Funny thing was, a couple of people from my hood, from Myrtle, was fucking with him. So when they showed up, they didn't know it was me. They were like, oh shit, Cole? Oh, you battling Cole? You know, it was like a surprise. And I'm like, y'all with this nigga? Who this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was a fire battle.
Yeah, he was popping back then.
It was a fire battle. He was more polished than me. But for my first time, and we went 5 rounds, he ain't just get me out of there. To be honest with you, I didn't know how to rebuttal. I didn't know how to freestyle. So all I had was my writtens, and it was like super direct. He understood how to battle. He understood how to flip it and throw the little mom joke in there or the little Puerto Rican joke in there. I ain't know none of that shit. You know what I mean? So the talent was there raw, and Vaughn Jeff was just like, yo, fuck that, nigga. I'll fuck it with you. You know what I mean? And I just kept coming back and just practicing. I even vaguely remember, but I think me and Hollow was there together. We didn't battle, but when we had combos later on.
You knew Hollow then, or just there? Okay,
no.
Wow.
But later on, when he said certain stories and certain battles he was at, I was like, I was there. And he was like, I don't remember you. I was like, I don't remember you either. You know what I'm saying? But
that's funny.
We definitely had to be at certain battles at the same time.
And not even know it.
Only people that I built a relationship out of there with was Hami Ham, Jag, and then Lance and Lotta Zay. Which later on, that's how I brung them too into Grindtime, into battle rap. Like, I brung them along too.
How many of your Grindtime battles actually made it to camera though?
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. Nothing got voted until URL.
That's funny.
No, Lions Den. I battled Newborn on Lions Den. That never touched the camera. But back then that was common. You know what I mean? DVDs will film a whole bunch of shit and then they'll only put out what they think is the best content. So
now you're on the Fight Club circuit, I guess you can call it. That's the only place you're at now?
At the time, yeah. That's the only thing that dudes knew. Nobody knew nothing else. Like, Fight Club was it.
Right.
Smack was popping, but Smack was like, that was like secret. Like, you had to like know somebody to know somebody to know somebody to get on Smack. You know what I mean? So, you know, I didn't know like how to get to Smack or nothing like that. But Fight Club was on television. And actually Fight Club was kind of bigger than Smack at the time. Smack had the streets. Fight Club was on MTV too.
Right.
Serious Jones was like the man. You know what I'm saying? People be trying to shit. I told Serious Jones when I first met him, as much as we clash, I always say he was my favorite battle rapper at first. You know, he was a big influence into me.
A lot of people don't give him the
culture.
respect he deserves.
Yeah, so you know, but I always pay homage for that. Like, you know, we diss each other here and there, and you know, we might battle one day. So I'll still entertain it, but you know, I'm not gonna take away his flowers. Yeah, I'm not gonna take away his flowers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially him and Jen. That was crazy. Yeah,
shout out to Jones. So at what point does you're battling on Fight Club. Jag is your first battle that you actually wrote for.
Yeah.
When is the first battle that you write for that person? You know who you're gonna battle, and these bars are tailored to this person.
That's not till I got to Grindtime because the Vlad battles, I didn't do it. Lions Den against Newborn, that was spontaneous. Even my first battles on Grindtime were verses that I just had on deck. Probably wasn't until I battled like SoCon, like my third, fourth battle in, or probably Young Sheen on Grindtime.
First time you actually
because I did the whole Tom, and PA said Tom, and I like Tom did, and the building went crazy. That was my very, very first time like tailoring 3 rounds to somebody.
Wow.
Young Sheen and SoCon, yeah, those were the first 2.
And then from that point on, of course.
Then Conceited, Real Deal, Head Ice, you know.
Because the funny thing I asked that too, is because the funny thing is you're doing this all this time, and it's like you're not paying attention that everybody's doing this to you. They're talking shit to you, but you're not.
I was super cocky though. I ain't gonna lie, I was cocky. I was like, yo, dudes just coming in here, they writing a whole bunch of rounds. I'm just rapping and I'm smoking dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just was that confident, and I had like all I had was like 15 rhymes, and I just knew them like the back of my hand. So it was like at any given moment, yo, you know what I'm saying? And then it was just like that. Like, yo, a lot of people that seen me multiple times, even Von Jeff, like at Fight Club, he was like, yo, Core, I heard you spit that round like 4 times already.
In Fight Club.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm 4-0, nigga. So what does it matter? He was like, yo, can you write a battle round? I'm like, bro, when somebody come and it makes me, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, yo, this kid is crazy. But you know that you gotta have that attitude. You gotta have that shit to break through. I was Spanish. You know, every time I walk somewhere, nigga, like, yo, this little Puerto Rican kid, like. So I always had that chip on my shoulder, like
always something to prove.
Just because, walk in the room, you know, I was a little scrawny. I was, you know what I mean. So I used to make sure we rolling 30 deep everywhere. Like, nah, they gotta remember us. We do that.
Play the part. It's battle rap down at this point, right?
Yeah. When I battled Newborn, and I met Mook for the first time there. I met Rex for the first time there. I met Lux for the first time there. They call Newborn. Newborn walks up. They call me. I woke up and I got all these Brooklyn dudes with me, and we in the middle of Harlem. And they like, yo, where y'all from? Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Y'all all the way up here? Yeah, what's up? Flip the coin. You know what I mean? Like, it was that type of aggression. It was like, oh, nah, hold on. We might have a battle, y'all. Like, you know what I mean? So I had to do it. I always knew you had to stand out somehow, some way. So those were the times, though, man. Like, he got me going back right now, bro. I'm telling you, like those are the vibes, you know. That's
what my man, Real Rap Raw. That's word, the day. Word. And damn, and you said that one got vaulted.
That one, yeah, I'm pretty sure Lux or Sub-Zero, you know, they probably got that in the tuck. There's mad battles that they have that in the tuck. I think that same night there's a battle with Iron Sheik and somebody in a barbershop, but that was the same night. Like, we was in that barbershop, dudes was strapped up, dudes had hammers, all that, and they closed us in the barbershop. Closed the gate. You ain't leaving. So if shit would have went crazy in there, everybody's getting it on. Yeah.
Dying.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's another thing battle rap is missing. Like, that real effect, that pressure is something that you can't take away from the culture, because a lot of dudes, they and I ain't here to promote the violence or nothing, but you had to have a certain kind of like authenticity in order to step there and spit your rounds, because if they wasn't feeling you and they not jacking you, they gonna be like, get the fuck out of here.
Or not to mention just, you know, being in those surroundings, like
you had to be respected,
like you said, not to disrespect or to make it, you know, glorify any violence about it, but you getting on stage, there's security all over the place. You know what you could say and push and do all this shit and get away with.
And that's the shit I don't respect.
That's a difference. That in that setting is different than that damn stage and
like,
security guards.
Like, you know, people, you know, we all know the thing. Oh, you mad because I'm styling on
facts.
Some really flashed the hammer. Why you think it popped off? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's been like that for years at this point. Like, not until our era was it really not like that. Like, it really was like that. And most of the time, a fight always did break out. Like, you might get 1 or 2 battles, but most of the time, a fight did break out. When I saw Math and I saw Dose, that wasn't uncommon. Like, oh yeah, you know, people talk about it now. That was not uncommon, bro. Right. Nobody's touching you and putting they hat beak in your face. People forget Math was rapping.
We are not trained professionals at that time.
Yeah, Math was rapping. Dose gets in his face while Math is rapping. It's not like Math was rapping and getting on Dose and Math is rapping to the crowd, and when he turns around, Dose is on him. Bro, what you expect to happen? You feel me? So, you know, that era was just different. That era was like, you really just had to be respected and really be about yours, because, you know, whatever you rapping about, you better be able to back it up.
Right. Especially
back then.
Yeah, you didn't always have to, but goddamn it, you better be ready to. If it came down to it. And again, man, I like the new era now with the stage and the cameras and the TVs and all that, but like you said, it was something different about that raw, on the street type shit.
Nah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So you Fight Club. At what point? What is your next step off of Fight Club?
Well, I had a buzz in the hood, doing the open mics, and then having a buzz that I did Fight Club, and I brought dudes with me. So like, I would bring my hood with me. So even though nothing was on camera, the respect was there. Like, yo, Cole could battle. So now dudes is coming to the hood, and if some dude is nice, yo, my son Cole, yo Cole, where you at?
On the block now.
Yeah. Now dudes is calling me. I'm in the projects. I'm here. I'm there.
Never got paid on Fight Club.
No.
Never got a dime yet.
No. Never got nothing yet. No. Right. So, still doing the shows too, the open mics and all that. So, I had a decent buzz in the hood, and I had respect. And now in Brooklyn, people starting to know who Murder Ave is. Cool. Rest in peace, this girl named AD the General. She used to do a lot of shows, open mic showcases. She passed away, but she used to do a lot of shows. AD
Light
the General.
Skin used to wear big black gloves.
Yeah, Spanish chick. Yeah, AD the General. So she used to have these shows, and she always wanted to see me win. You know, Spanish. You know what I mean? She was like, yo, I know Core's nice. Yo, she called me one day. She's like, yo, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm about to go to work. I was working at the airport. She was like, yo, tomorrow I signed you up for this DJ Vlad battle league thing. I know what you did in Fight Club. Tomorrow you gotta be there at 1 p.m. to battle. I'm like, yo, AD, it don't go like that. Like, what you mean I gotta go there and battle? She's like, bro, I don't want to hear it. You one of the nicest. People need to know you one of the nicest. I'm tired of people like getting on that don't deserve to be on. You deserve to be on. You've been doing all this. Go tomorrow. Call out of work. Do whatever you got to do. I was like, all right. But in my head, I was like, I ain't just going to go there and battle. Mind you, I don't know who DJ Vlad is. Nobody knows who DJ Vlad is. Right, He's not known at this point.
Still nobody knows who DJ Vlad is. Who Vlad is, they don't know who DJ Vlad is.
Exactly. So I'm like, all right. So the next day, I actually went to work, and it was weighing on my mind that I wasn't there. I started at 12, and I knew she said 1, but I knew probably it would start late, like 2 or 3. And I'm there at work. I start working, and it's just I just hear her saying like what she was telling me the night before, and I'm like, yo, fuck it, y'all, I don't feel good. Signed out. went to Fat Beats. It was in Fat Beats in the city. I get there, I sign up. It's mad rappers in there. Mad rappers. I actually just found that footage. Now I'll tell you I was recovering a lot of footage. I found the footage from that day.
From that day? Oh, shit.
This is 2006, maybe like April. And I'm like, all right. I battled 10 dudes that day. I smoked everybody. Again, with those 15 rhymes that I had on deck. I recycled like a motherfucker. But I did it. And this time I went dolo. I left work. I didn't even call the hood or nothing. I was just like, I'm going to go. And she's there. And she's like, you showed up. I'm like, yeah. She's like, yo, this is your first battle. This is this. They had a G-Unit DJ as a judge, like a dude from the Source, and it was for $1,000 Machiavelli clothing prize. So it wasn't you win $1,000. You win $1,000 in Machiavelli clothing. What the fuck? I'm not wearing no Machiavelli clothes.
I don't even remember.
I love Pac.
Clothes.
I love Pac.
Oh, so it was Pac's brand.
Yeah. So I'm like, Machiavelli clothing. That's what it is. She's like, don't worry about the prize. Like, focus. Like, just focus. I'm like, yo, AD, what you got me doing, right? Like, I'm being a little headache. She's like, nigga, lock in. All right. I battled 10 dudes. I smoke them. Vlad is fucking with me. Everybody's fucking with me. I get to the end and I'm battling this dude, and I couldn't remember no more rhymes. I'm at the finals.
You was spent.
I'm at the final. I actually won the first 2 rounds in my head. And in my 3rd round, I'm like, yo, I got to freestyle. I got to do something. I kind of freestyled a little because I was learning it. But the dude beat me in that 3rd round. And back then, it's always like, oh, we need one more. I was like, oh, my gosh. I'm not going to win in this overtime round. I tried to freestyle. I choked. He freestyled. He didn't choke. He won. I was so tight. So
any of these names you remember? Did anybody actually make it out of
Stimuli
there?
was in there because now that I just found that footage. Shot Stimuli was there that day. And then there's a dude, J Focus. Now that this goes back to what happened. So I battled J Focus earlier that day. That was one of the best battles of the night though. But I beat him. 2 years later. Well, first of all, I don't know. Somebody in the crowd recorded that on a flip phone, right? This 2006. So they recorded it on a flip phone. Fast forward to 2007, 2008. J Focus becomes the 106 in Park champion. So now I'm in the hood and I'm watching 106 and I see J Focus. And I'm like, this dude is the champ? And I'm hating. Yo, I'm hating. I'm like, yo, bro, I watched this dude. That's how I know I could go up there. I smoked it. I'm talking mad shit. Telling my niggas, yo, bro, Direct is a battle rap junkie at the time in college. I don't know who Direct is.
Shout out
So Direct went up to they're like, he would watch all types of battles. What we didn't know was the person that recorded that flip phone put the battle on YouTube. Now we still don't know what YouTube is.
Right.
So that shit is just So it's a very low niche website. You know what I'm saying? So that battle's on there. It's not gaining no traction. But once he won 106 in Park 2 years later, and people started Googling him and looking him up because 106 in Park is a big deal. He was a champion for 5 weeks there. He had a belt and all that. That battle would start popping up.
And they see you now.
And they see me beating him. And my MySpace is starting to jump. I don't know why. I'm just like, yo, why people like, I'm getting followers, little shit. And I'm like, yo, what's up with this? All right, cool, whatever. I'm still hating on him, not knowing. You know what I mean? Yo, bro, I could win that shit, bro. If he win it, I'm winning. I'm hating. Direct flew to New York to meet J Focus to get him to headline the first Grindtime event against Hollow.
Wow.
2 106 in Park champions. So Direct goes and flies to meet him. He gets to him. And then Direct goes and says, by the way, this is Puerto Rican kid that you battled that's online. And J Focus is like, who? Like, he don't know. He's like, it's a kid named Cortez. And J Focus is like, oh yeah, son from Brooklyn. He a good dude. Yo, this the number he gave me like 2 years ago. I don't know if it's the same number, but here. And I'm over here hating, right? Throwing that energy out there, and that made me realize, yo, bro, always put good energy out, because he could have shitted on me and all that, right? Nah, I ain't giving him that plug, right? Humble dude, respectful dude, gave Direct my number. Direct to tell you, he was calling me for weeks. I would not answer the phone. I just see an unknown number. I never picked up numbers I didn't know.
Right.
I just keep seeing this Orlando, Florida number. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I pick up. Hey, is this Cortez? Yo, who this? Hey, man, you don't know me, man. My name's Direct. What? And he's like, yo, man, I'm starting this battle league, man. I got your number from J Focus. And I'm like, okay, now he's piquing my interest, and he's like, yo, I'm doing this thing called Grindtime. We're in association with World Star Hip Hop, you know, and people forget World Star started with battle rap.
That's a fact.
So Grindtime and World Star having that partnership, we didn't know what was about to happen, you know. And he's like, yo, man, you know, I got this big event. We doing the first one in New York, and I got this kid named Complex for you. You know what I mean? Can you be there August 30th? It's August 30th, 2008.
Wow.
I remember to this day, August 30th, 2008. And I'm like, all right. Like, all right, cool. Hung up. Did not write. Had the same rounds that I've been had. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really thinking about it like that. I'm like, all right, whatever. What the fuck is World Star? What's Grindtime? All right, whatever. I'm not really thinking it's something crazy.
You wore those fucking 3 rounds
bro,
out.
Wore them shits out, bro.
Fucking hilarious.
Go there, right? Iron Solomon is there. Hollow is there.
Do you know any of them at all?
I know Solomon because he battled Mav.
Okay.
And then I knew Mav from the open mics, so I knew that minor connection.
Okay.
But you know, Direct wasn't there, but then that's when Jay's Juice and all them, they was running Grindtime right before PH, and they was just like, yo, I had the battle. Me and Complex had a fire battle. I was like one of the best battles of the night. I think only J Focus and Hollow was a better battle. Me and Hollow connected that day because we was the only ones looking like hood, like, you know, fitted, do-rag. Yeah, I had waves at the time. You know what I'm saying? I was still holding on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, me and Hollow, we clicked, and my cousin Rilla was with me. So, you know, Hollow had to lean, and my cousin Rilla, we was still in the street, so we still had a little plug. So we clicked, and Dutch was there, his cousin. So. We was kind of like the same, you know what I'm saying? So we had the 2 best battles. So we started getting cool, and once that shit hit World Star, like a week or 2 later, everything just clicked. I was like, yo, what the fuck is World Star? And then, you know, you start seeing all the Grindtime battles that just started happening.
It's crazy.
And that Grindtime run was crazy, and I was just like, oh, I'm in now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then just like, and it was the one
How's that
thing,
MySpace doing now?
Yo, recently I try to like log in. Like I try to find it and log in. It's over. But you know, that was a huge, like, I tell y'all this, man. You know, you go down a certain path and you try to like you're like, this is what's gonna get me where I want to be. It never works out like that. It be the most random to the side shit. I had record deals, I did tours, I did all this shit that I took very serious, and it helped me because it made me prepare for any moment.
Right.
Which is why when the Complex battle happened, I was ready for the moment, and the good comes out of that. You know, the good karma comes out of that, always being prepared. But all the stuff that I thought was gonna get me like some notoriety and leverage and money, none of that shit did. It just prepared me. And something like a random phone call from Direct, you know, showing up to
3 famous rounds
against Complex, and the room was smaller than this. It was like a boiler room we battled in, bro. Like, I'm serious. And that shit changed my life.
Wow.
Shout out to J Focus too, bro.
Why did it change your life? What happened after that? That was it because of the World Star look and all of that?
Yeah,
that was
I started understanding. Like I said, I was understanding that DVDs were starting to fade out, and I started realizing the internet is where it's really at because everything was moving so fast. I was like, you know, and then back then, yo, if your shit was on World Star, you would wake up to maybe 100, 150 text messages, random people. I'm still working at the airport at the time. I show up to the airport. I didn't know how many people was on World Star. People coming up to me. Yo,
I wasn't watching World Star back then.
I saw your battle, bro. Yo, bro. Niggas at the airport. I'm like, you saw the battle? Yo, bro, I didn't know you was on World Star. Why you ain't tell us? Yo, we would have went. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it opened my eyes. You know what I mean? That wasn't, of course, like the big breaking battle rap.
Right.
That was the initial thing that just opened my eyes.
This could be something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then me and Hollow, you know, like we got really cool, you know, and I was just like getting game from Hollow, and then I started tapping in with Solomon, and I was just like, okay, I'm starting to understand what battle rap is. You know, I started watching what Hollow was doing. I started watching what I knew Solomon was nice. My best friend Ty would tell me about Solomon, and he would be like, yo, just that one round against Math, the first one that was out. You know, everyone always saw that one round. And he was like, yo, that white boy is nice. He was like, go back and watch his stuff in Cali. And I didn't know they were double RCs, but you would see him, you know, Solomon and in those battles and stuff. So I started just becoming like a battle rap like junkie, like just watching, seeing how they're putting the stuff together, and it like opened my eyes to what I needed to do and how I needed to move.
Start the structure shit, yeah.
I skipped the line, even though I skipped the line. There's a lot of dudes were battling and had lengthy histories, but I was just lucky that as soon as I got on camera, I skipped a lot of people.
Why do you think that was?
I think just pure talent. First off, you know, I wasn't oh, I'm for the culture, it's gonna be off the top of the dome. No, I got these 15 rounds that I got memorized, baby. You can freestyle with rap if you want, motherfucker. You know?
Yeah, because that's what a lot of people, even when I talked to Marv was talking about how motherfuckers was freestyling, and when Mook came out there with some written, he was like, oh shit, you could write? I didn't know, we freestyling all the time, motherfucker. Yeah. And here you are with your round.
Yeah, bro. I was like, nah, I'm not going over there off the top. Nope.
Hilarious.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.